Welcome back to Kind of Connection. I'm Jason Gray, and I'm here today with Robert Henning, the director of the Rockpile Museum. And you have a few events coming up in October, right?
Yes, thank you, Jason. We have 3 events. So that's a good schedule of events for us. The first one is October 13th, okay. And Bob Richard will be over from Cody to talk about the history of Yellowstone. We haven't really celebrated or marked that 150th anniversary so far this year.
Right.
And so Bob is a friend of one of our volunteers, and so he connected me to Bob, and he's going to come over and talk about Yellowstone country and show a lot of great photographs. His father was a photographer.
Oh, okay.
A lot of his photos were used in the newspapers in the 50s and 60s and 70s, and he has that entire archive of his father's photographs. And when Bob was a young man, he worked as a park ranger in Yellowstone.
Oh, okay.
So he has a great connection, a deep history, going back even to his grandfather, who led early tourist expeditions through the park. So he'll tell all about that history, show some great pictures of his grandparents, his parents, and even himself in the park, and talk history. Should be fun. Should be a lot of fun. That is October 13th. We're going to go at 7 p.m.
Okay.
Hoping people can, get off work and grab some dinner and then join us at 7 p.m. That's a Thursday evening, so this will be a free event. No admission fee for Bob Richards' program.
Okay. All right. And then the poetry event you talked about last month is coming up as well, right?
It's finally here. October 15th is Installations and Inspirations. It is an afternoon of writing poetry and prose, motivated, inspired by the museum's collection. So I'm working with the Prairie Pens on this one. It's really their event, but they're going to help us choose some objects and photos and parts of our collection that might be great to inspire someone's writing. And so, but the whole exhibit space would be available to whoever wants to do that. So this is for new writers, experienced writers, just the plain old curious. Everybody is welcome. The Museum Association has helped sponsor the event, so there won't be a fee that afternoon either.
Okay.
So this will be a free event. It is 1 to 5 on Saturday, October 15th. 1 o'clock will be the beginning of a workshop. Then there'll be some writing time, and then there'll be kind of an open mic type situation where people can read what they've written. So it's new for us, but exciting. So
yeah, you should bring one of the poems in next month. We'll read it on the November Kind of Connection.
I should have brought somebody from the Pens with me today, but of course I'm never that organized. But they're just fantastic to work with. If you have questions about this, you don't know what it is, I didn't even say that the technique is called ekphrastic poetry or ekphrastic prose, ekphrastic writing, and it's the idea that a work of art or an object inspires that text. So, but yes, if you have questions, call the museum. We'll put you in touch with someone more of an expert in writing than myself, but we'd love to have you come out. They chose October 15th because it is celebrated as National Poetry Day.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So a great day to celebrate and have a poetry event.
All right. And there's one more event, correct?
Yes. This one is more for children. Children and students. We have a Schools Out Fall Craft Day on October 20th. That is parent-teacher conferences, I believe, the first one for the year. And so there is no school on October 20th. So that afternoon from 1 to 3:30, we have an open house with crafts. School-age kids, preschool are welcome as well. The little ones, 2-year-old, that's going to be maybe a little bit difficult for them. So I would say 3-4-year-old preschool and then on up. I even printed off a list of the crafts this time. I'm going to make a stem paper airplane craft.
Okay.
So it's gonna teach a little engineering on that. Leaf people. fabric leaf, popsicle stick, and googly eyes go in to create a leaf person. So that sounds fun. A nature collage using a lot of the stuff in our own area. So an acrobat toy, and that one is like a balancing acrobat toy. I don't know if you've seen that, where you use sticks to create kind of a fun little toy, and it balances on your fingertip.
Sure.
If you do it correctly. And then some origami. And do a little paper folding. And so this will be all kind of fall themed, autumn themed crafts, and again, free. Wanted this one to be available to everybody. So parents, grandparents, older brothers and sisters, bring those kids out. Should be a fun event. 1 to 3:30 on October 20th. Reservations are not required. It's just an open house. So please swing on in and have some fun.
All right. And is there a limited number of seats for that? Is it like a first come, first serve? Or?
It is first come, first served. It's until we run out of supplies.
Okay.
So if we get inundated with children, which would be a good thing, and we run out of supplies, so be it. But usually we have plenty for everybody. So don't feel like it's going to be too busy. So come on in.
All right. And as always, we've got some stuff from the gift shop.
Yes, we do. Let's start with the 2023 Wyoming Historical Calendar. That is next year, starting in January. So I'll probably bring this every month just to remind you. We've got quite a few of these, so we want them to get out into homes and share that history, folks. So if you're doing early Christmas shopping, Thanksgiving travel, non-candy Halloween gift, whatever you want to do, these make great presents. They're only $10. And for $10, you get, each month has a beautiful historic photo from Wyoming history, and then each day has a little tidbit about history from the state. And so this year we do have a Gillette photo in there. I'm not going to show it. You need to come by it to see it. So $10 is pretty cheap. And then I brought 3 books, since Bob's coming to talk about Yellowstone.
Sure.
I brought 3 of our Yellowstone history books. The first one, Dude Ranching in Yellowstone Country. That is about a particular dude ranch called the Valley Ranch. It's a dude ranch in Boys School, southwest of Cody.
Oh.
So I've not read this. Seems interesting. Written by a professor of history at California State Fresno. Also did some research on Buffalo Bill. So this is Oklahoma Press. It's great press. $21.95, so not too bad. Dude Ranching in Yellowstone Country. Railroad Postcards of Yellowstone. This is by Frank Ferris. Frank lived here for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And then worked for a coal company and was transferred down to a Colorado coal mine. And to my knowledge, I think he's still living down there, but is back up here from time to time. Beautiful color postcards from Yellowstone Country. And then A Ride to the Infernal Regions, Yellowstone's First Tourists. So this is some of that early years that Bob will probably talk about his grandfather's history leading tourists into the park. And he might even be in here. I didn't look. I should have looked. But this one is $19.95. Yellowstone Postcards was $22.95. So all right around $20. Great gifts for Yellowstone history buffs. And maybe something to read before he visits here in a few weeks.
Yeah, get some good questions to ask based on your readings.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have this and so much more in the gift shop. Toys, crafts, glass bottle soda, if you're looking for that sugar rush, pins, spoons, lures for fishing, all kinds of stuff.
All right. And is there anything else for October?
No, I think that's about it. Yeah, stay tuned to our website. We're working on some new exhibits for November, December, and on. The Seth Eastman exhibit, I should mention, is still open.
Okay.
It will be through into November.
Okay.
So there's less than 2 months left for sure. So you'll want to come see that if you haven't seen it.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.